fuck off.
Yeah, pretty.
Your body, it comforts me. Although your words, they give me anxiety. My heart begins to tighten in my chest, and when I release every breath, that serpent constrictor contracts around my lungs and no words are able to flow from my tongue. The sensation like I need to run has begun. Again. My skin and chemistry recognizes your specific brand of oxytocin, and then the ambivalence begins to close in. You feel like home, yet shatter my moral code, as if I'm an accessory to murder, but really it's just moral torture. Your arrogance and ignorance make me shudder in every instance, like my favorite shoes rubbing on pop blisters. You like to play dreams of make-believe and Mr. and Mrs., but all that remains is aggravated soul cysts. And sometimes you get into these moods so blue that my every rainbow-inspired vibrant hue drains back to you your shade of grey, and your wallowing, tiresome state dries up the day into a dreary desert daydream turned nightmare.
An asshole.
Yeah, and your silence, that silence, it slices my spontaneous spirit, or maybe it more like chews through my essence like rusty blunt scissors, and all that remains is scraps and shreds with jagged edges, your calling card with bloody flesh for remnants. And when the hammer hits the macadamia nut and you finally erupt, speaking of endings and breakups, the pressure underneath my ribcage ceases and my breath becomes a little easier. I take a sudden spin on my heels to skip away, but I'm stopped by the grasp of your hand in that particular warm way. Just stay. And the higher me whispers sweet words and epiphanies such as these. He still doesn't feel like you wish he did. He still doesn't feel like him.